A mind map is a visual representation of your thoughts, ideas, or feelings. Mind maps are powerful tools that can help you find commonalities between seemingly different ideas, develop a clearer, more simplistic picture of complex information, or, for visual and hands-on learners, it's a great way to get everything out on paper, interact with the information, and see the big picture. In this video, we are going to explore ways to use the mind map to help us find themes, identify commonalities, and draw insights about our passions. By exploring our passions and really digging deeper into the things that bring us joy and fulfillment, we can better understand ourselves and develop a greater sense of meaning and purpose in the things we do. So let's get started. The first step in creating your mind map is to review your Teapopper. Before you get started, you will want to make sure that your Teapopper is as up to date as possible. Do a quick inventory. Is there anything missing? Are there unexplored interests or curiosities you would like to add? Have you included your hidden talents and skills? Do each of the topics seem on target and to represent your passions, or do some need iteration? Have you added discoveries made from recent experiences? Be sure to take a little time to update your Teapopper before you start the mapping process. Once you have spent a little time iterating on your Teapopper, you are ready to start organizing all of your passions, interests, curiosities, skills, and talents on your Teapopper into categories. Depending on what's on your Teapopper, this step can actually be a bit challenging. Your goal, however, is to create no more than 5 to 6 categories or themes that the topics on your Teapopper can fall into. Be sure to be easy on yourself. It's entirely possible that some topics might fit into more than one category. Once you have figured out the categories and where each of the topics in your Teapopper go, you are ready to create your mind map. Some of the materials you might need include a large piece of butcher paper, poster board, or something similar that will give you some space to iterate and work with, a pencil, a Sharpie, and maybe some colored pens or expo markers. Start your map with a large bubble or circle in the middle of the paper. This bubble should be left blank to start, but eventually this bubble will be where you finalize your mind map by inserting your vision or purpose statement. More on this later. Next, create your orbiting bubbles or circles on the periphery of your paper with a single line connecting each orbiting bubble to the inside bubble. Fill in each orbiting bubble with a theme or category title that you created, and then connect each of your passions to each bubble they belong to. Be sure to leave enough space for an insight list for each orbiting bubble. We'll talk about that next. Now that you have completed your mind map, it's time to unpack your passions, find connections, put it all together, and learn more about yourself. Starting with a theme or category of your choosing, you should work closely with your mentor, advisor, or close friend to discuss each of the topics found on your mind map. You will review the Teapopper you created in the Creating Your Teapopper module. For each passion or interest on your Teapopper, use the 5 Why method to help you dig deep about why you're passionate about something, as well as help you identify insights into who you are. It's a lot easier if you work with your mentor or advisor on this one. As an example, if your passion is music, ask yourself why. What is it about music that excites you?
Why do you like music?
Because it's really fun.
I bet it is. But what makes it so fun?
I like figuring out the various chords on my guitar and how to use different types of scales to make engaging lead lines. I love experimenting with picking techniques and pedals. You can do some pretty cool stuff with the guitar.
That sounds so interesting. Do you have an example of a time when you do this?
Oh yeah, I do it all the time. Usually in my room when I'm recording, but it's really hard to play the perfect line. It's kind of like a puzzle to solve the exact timing, position, and tone of my guitar.
It sounds really challenging. Do you ever get frustrated with the process?
Oh, all the time. But that's the part that draws me in. I like coming up with new ideas of cool riffs and trying to figure it all out, testing them out by trying a bunch of techniques and then listening to my takes to see which ones sound the best.
So storytelling is part of the process.
Definitely. I love capturing sounds that tell a story. I love capturing moods and emotions. Definitely way better than playing off of sheet music. I like the improvisation.
Through a rich discussion on topics of passion, you can discover a lot more about yourself. In this case, through careful examination and active listening, you can make some pretty important insights. For example, it seems clear that music provides technical challenge, the opportunity to tell stories, and the opportunity to create. With these insights in mind, you would add them to your insights list next to the bubble where that topic came from. Go through this process for each item on your Teapopper. Be patient, enjoy the process, and give yourself time to engage. If you're feeling stuck, it might be helpful to have someone, such as a coach or peer, interview you for the first couple of items. For some people, it's easier to process verbally and collaboratively. However you approach it, you should be writing down your responses to each why. When you finish going through your entire Teapopper, 5 whying each passion topic, take a look at the insights that you have made. Are there any themes emerging? Are you thinking about yourself or your passions differently than you did before? Try to create a vision or purpose statement that captures the collective essence of the insights you made in categories that appear in your mind map. This statement is the final piece and should go in the center bubble of your mind map.